How's it going, everyone? You can tell from the title already, this is an installation video on this BMW M140i. This is going to be something a little bit different because, as you guys know, I've done these 1 series quite a few times, but with this I'm actually going to be looking at doing one of the different kits. This is going to be the LED bead kits, and we're going to go for the full setup with the Symphony. So I'm super excited to see how this is actually going to look. It's a great example of an M140i. It's already stage 1 and I really like these wheels. They're like borderline M3, like E46 CSL style ones, and yeah, the fitment on it is, look at that, looks really good, nice and clean. Yeah, the car at the moment, it's all standard interior. You know, we've got just a normal setup with everything's really clean, which is nice. I'm going to be doing a few other things as well. I've got to change over these mirror caps. You can see this one's started to fade. Very unusual to see that. I'm going to also be looking at putting in the what's it called, switchback indicators. So that should be something fun. I'm excited to work on this car. I wouldn't mind having one myself, but when the time is right. Next step is going to be just obviously gonna look around the car and just quickly show you guys a little bit of footage on that. Strip all the doors apart, strip all the centerpiece and everything all apart, so you can get ready to do the rest of the ambient light install. And yeah, take it from there. Let's go. Quick little update. Basically, got the doors removed on this side, and I'm testing out the kit to make sure it fits in nicely, and it does. Look at the strip. It goes all the way across perfectly. I actually can't believe just how nice of an amount it is. I don't even need to cut anything off. It just fits in there. All you need to do is cut a hole just over here, big enough for either this end to come through or the actual LED bead strip to go through. Now, I would say sending the LED bead strip is probably better. You got a bit more strength behind it. This obviously is just wires after this little plastic clip. But whichever one works for you, that's the one you go with. Now, from this point, we're gonna come over each of the doors, the window switch lights. Brown is the earth, red and gray, or red and whitish. I think it's red and gray. That is the live. Just connect them all up, and then we're gonna go on to the center console and get that done. So yeah, one step at a time. Doors are basically getting done, and then we can move to the center console. Let's get on with the actual door modules now. Let me show you that. So here is the actual door module, and as you can see, it's got 2 wires attached to it. One is for the live and earth, and the other one is to connect into the actual ambient lighting. Some of these kits do come with the door handle and storage lights. They will already come attached to it. I think it's in the DAT section that it would normally go with. And that's not a problem for us right now. We're just going on with the door strips. On this car, that will look perfect. So yeah, I'm excited to get one door done at least and just see how it looks. It's gonna look crazy good today. So excited. So here's what we have with it all connected up. The LED bead strip is brought over into the module here, and then we've got this with just these T connector parts connected. I just crimp them on with the wire crimper that I've got, and then over here on the door, the live and earth is all prepared. So one door done, carry on with the next, get all the doors done. Yeah, I wanted to show you this bit just so it's perfectly clear on exactly how you're connecting things. Obviously, if you have the door handle or any other lights and stuff in, then you'd connect it up as well. But yeah, this is kind of just to help everyone along with regards to that. Hopefully you're finding this good information, and if you are, make sure to give the video a like and subscribe. But let me carry on with the install. Everyone got the doors all completed. Now it's time to strip apart the center console, and this is basically where we need to get it to. All of this is held in basically with 2 screws, one over here, one over here. Some of them have another one here and not here. you'd have to look into seeing which one you have. Just be careful when doing it. It's pretty quick and easy to notice the one over here, because once you take off the little switch part, you'll see the screw there. If it's not there, it means it's these two over here. Take all of that apart. If you've got a facelift, it'll look like this. If you don't have a facelift, you don't need to remove as much. You'll basically be working from the side and going all the way across and under, depending on exactly how you do it. But here right now, I need to drill a hole just over in this corner, just to let the wiring and stuff, and then we're going to run the wires all the way up through to there. Pretty much basically going to be the full setup in the center console area. We can't really do a huge amount in this area, purely because the strip, it doesn't bend as nicely in terms of going across that way whilst also being slid in this way, kind of a thing. It's quite rigid. You can curve it, but you can't bring it forward and backwards like that, like you can with the fiber optic. That'll make more sense if I actually show you one of the beads. So here's one extra one, so you can see you can bend it nicely this way, but bending it that way, it's not so good at doing. So I'm not going to look at doing that, but we are going to look at doing the dash part now. And along with that, I'm going to take apart the lower footwells, because we need to access them with the footwells in. So to do the footwells here, we got two 10mm bolts here, two 10mm bolts there. They both drop down. This side should have an extra cigarette lighter port, so that's one thing to be aware of. But yeah, let's get all of that basically put onto the car and enjoy the next step. So drill hole, footwells, wiring into the center console. Happy days. So this is where we're at, everyone. The main strip is going across, that hole's drilled through. You got to feed the wire just kind of awkwardly, but you can eventually get it to come through to the bottom here. Got everything wired up to the livener for the cigarette lighter. With that door, I've actually wired the livener directly to the ambient light for the door handle, because the main live for the Windows switch is a constant live, so it will be on with the cigarette lighter, whereas all the other doors won't be. The way I've wired this up, because the main command light needs a really strong 12 volts, it has to be the live from the cigarette lighter, not the other live that I normally use with the actual switch. So the dash and the footwells will turn on all the time with the car, and then the doors will turn on with the actual headlights basically being on, or side lights. So on auto, it will automatically turn on when it gets dark on the doors, or you can just manually switch it over to the lights on the side and then it will all turn on. So it's a little bit of a handicap, but we can still move forward with it, and I've kind of kept it all looking unison, so should look real good once all finished. But yeah, now it's basically going to be me bit by bit putting all this back together, and yeah, we'll be done. So having a quick look at the old and new side mirrors, as you can kind of see, this one's definitely seen its day. It's very faded. It's also a bit more of a darker black carbon fiber, and this one's more like a Kevlar style carbon fiber, but I think it's just normal carbon fiber design on it, and this one's just like a darker print, but it looks good. Gonna be putting this on shortly, and yeah, I just thought I'd show you all the differences in terms of actually getting these on. As you guys know, just put a little bit of cloth to put the side mirror down on. There's, I think, 6 or 5 screws you need to remove from the inside. And this one here, just to help it all move around. Slot this in, just change them around. I did a full video on doing this on the F20, but this is just quickly showing it. Make sure you take the time to undo everything slowly, and using pliers to undo the clips that hold them on. It's really important to do that so you don't break anything. Also, make sure this all lines up, because as you can see, it does right now. This is literally the point that you want to get the side mirrors to. You can see how by removing that screw and stuff, it just allows you a little bit more flexibility to move things around. And yeah, so we're just going to connect this up, get these all to sit back in nicely. You gotta just be mindful. You see this section here just all has to go into the right parts inside, and this bit sits in between the others. So let me just plug this in. Really, what I should have done, even with the other side, is tested this before putting it all back together. Yep, it's all working good. So right, put this all back in. You kind of need 2 hands for this, and basically that's all done then. So here is the app that you can basically control everything with. You can have everything set to certain colors. Let's change to this wheel so you can kind of see. Oh. And it's so vibrant. It's so just perfectly in bead of itself, and you can kind of see, you can change the brightness of it all. This does work with all of it. In terms of the footwells, you can have them working either with it, or you know, have just the footwells. Like you can see right now, I'm changing just the footwell lights, or the doors are a different color, or you could change everything, or you can just change the doors here. Or if you click on mode and under DMX, you can click on like all these options, so you can just scroll through them, see which one takes your fancy. As you can see, it just looks so cool. It's something so fun to just play around with. Let's see what one we can go with. Oh yeah, look at that. Going forward, go back into this, you get all the colors just looking absolutely amazing. There is a lot of options with this. I've currently only got the one light on right now, just to kind of capture this as close to dark as I can, but I'll get the lights on in a minute. I'm just going to record a little bit more and we'll catch up soon.
I don't really know what comes next. I'm just doing my best, even though I'm so stressed out. Everything just feels like a test that I fail, so depressed when I can't seem to get out. But something deep inside won't let me quit. I swear that I'm inspired by all this shit. Tell me that I can and I won't. That's what guides me the most. Your lies, I'll do what I want.
I think this is just wow. Look, just, you know what, just looking from this point of view, the windows down, you can see everything. It just looks so amazing. I'm super happy with how this came out. You know, even with the dash, you don't have anything that needs to go into the top there. It's all gone nicely into the doors. Everything, just when you look at this, it doesn't look anything short of just perfect. Basically, this is kind of what you'd wish these cars came with out of the factory. If you don't think you're going to be someone who wants the whole Symphony style with all these colors changing and stuff, you can either get the kits where it's always just going to be solid colors, or you can get these kits where you can do all of this, but you can just change it to just solid colors, which you saw me do a little bit ago. But yeah, I think this is genuinely such an awesome look. This install really suits the car. It's not over the top, it's just discreet, nice. It just fits in nicely with the car's current lines and stuff. I'm just loving it. I think it looks amazing. I'll leave a link in the description down below of the kit, and also, you know, different style of kits that you can look at getting. I'll also leave a link for the other version of this car that I've done with the Fibre Optic install, so you can kind of see some of the differences there. In the Fibre Optic install, I did go into a bit more detail as to how to remove everything and do it all, etc. So this was not so much as just a in-depth view of how to do this install. This was more so of showing a little bit of the differences between the two and the final finished look, which, you know, I'm loving it. It looks great. If this is an install that you would like to get done to your car, please hit me up either on Instagram or Facebook, or, you know, you can even find me on email if you really wanted to. Instagram's kind of the best place to get me at the moment, and I look at hooking you guys all up. But for now, I will leave it there in this video. Hopefully I'll see you all in another one. Subscribe if you enjoyed the content and give it a thumbs up. There's plenty of car stuff always going to be coming out on my channel. So yeah, it's a good reason to subscribe. But everyone, peace out. Bye. I'll let YouTube recommend a couple more videos for you. Peace out. Bye.